Hey, it's Miners back here with another tier maker. This one I'm going to be doing AFL away Guernseys, and this was made by Cardman22. So I'll leave the link to his video. Thanks for him making this tier maker. If you don't know, I do collect a lot of football jumpers. I've got over 100, and I've owned quite a few of these. Not that many, but I've owned a few. So I have a little bit of knowledge, and I'm a bit of a nuffy when it comes to these things. So let's get into it. Alright, first we got Crow's Yellow Away. This is popular, and I don't think it's the worst, but I don't think it's the best in my opinion of the Crows. I'm going to put it as a B. Crows 90s, early 2000s away. This was the first jump I ever got. Um, so I'll put that as A. I really like that one, but it's not quite as good as my favorite, which is the 96, 97, 98 pre-season, which was used later on in 2009 till 2010. I don't know if it was used 11, but yeah, that's definitely my favorite. I owned that one when I was young as well, and I've got an Andrew McLeod in that one, which is quite rare. It's probably my best jumper. All right, Crows Clash. A lot of people don't like this, but I actually really like it. I've got a player issue one of these as well. So if you sub, I'll when I get to 100 subs, I'll do a footy jumper tour. All right, Crows with the big head. This isn't the best. I don't like this Crows logo, and I don't know why we still have it 10 years later. Crows with the We Fly as one. I don't mind it. I've got that one. I don't have a player issue, but I still do like it. The current one, 2020, it's okay. I don't love it. It's C for me. The one with the tears, it's another C. It's not the best. I'm not a massive fan of the white jumpers. The yellow jumper is a bit different and I like it. Alright, so Brisbane away based on Fitzroy. It's pretty good. A B. Now this one is the big line. A lot of people don't like this. I really like it. I remember getting heaps of footy cards, and if the player was wearing this, I would definitely trade for it. Okay, the piss stained lion. A lot of people would put this in D, but I kind of like the ugly jumpers. That's part of a lot of collectors like the ugly jumpers, but I'm gonna put it as a B. I like it's so bad it's good. I just like these weird designs. Um, Based on a more recent one, based on the Bears, I think it's a probably a B. It's fine. And this one, the current one, they were 2020 based on the Bears as well. I think it's fine to B. Probably should be putting these fine ones in C. Anyway, Carlton light blue based on the M&M's jumper. It isn't good. It isn't good, but it is unique, and that's one thing I do like. Carlton and Geelong, Collingwood, these Victorian teams, they don't try any different designs, and at least they try something. So I'm going to put it as C. Now the wolf grey, that's the official term, the wolf grey. That's very ugly. Very condemn that jumper. The white isn't too bad, but I'm not a massive fan of the white. Alright, that's all there is for Carlton in this. This isn't every single clash or away jumper, but it is a vast majority. Collingwood, I do like this version, the 90s Collingwood, better than the current one when they moved to Adidas, because Adidas wanted the straight 3 stripes. I'll put it as a C though. Okay, and that's all the Collingwood ones. They didn't include the swooping pie, which is definitely an A. Maybe I should have made my own, but anyway. The large sash, Essendon C. At least they're trying something. I like it more than this one. I think that's the current one they wear. And the grey one just doesn't suit Essendon. I don't think of grey when I think of Essendon. They do need to come up with some different designs, and they definitely need a new logo because they've had it for over 20 years. Classic Bulldogs. I think of like Cooney and Griffin and Ackermanis and Barry Hole with this jumper. It's fairly decent. One with the big bulldog. I'm a massive fan of the big logos on jumpers, which a lot of people aren't. The traditionalists. I do like that jumper. It's not the greatest, but I like it. The red one is fine. Does a job, but I do prefer the flashy design. Okay, now this is probably one of the lowest ranked jumpers, and funnily enough, I've just sold one of these. I do have one of these. I've just sold it for $500. It is very sought after. It's called the 3D Anchor. Um, yeah, so it's going in S for me. It's so unique. It's kind of ugly, but it's very sick as well. And it's an S for me. And also, I'm just gonna put this in here. The original Fremantle away jumper. How that's not the home jumper, I don't know. It's just so good. I have a real liking to the early Fremantle jumpers. So you got the 2000s away. It's decent. I'll put it C. It's not the greatest, but it is like young Pavlich, that era. Pretty cool. And the current one, it's fine. It's probably a better look for Fremantle than the Anchor, but it's not as interesting design. Okay, now the GFC, back before when Geelong wanted to be called GFC, they don't like the term GFC now because of the global financial crisis connotations. I remember like the young team they had with Ablett and Johnson and Chapman before they became the premiers. That was quite exciting. And then this one, when I think they started winning this 2007 or maybe 2008. I like that one as well with the big cat. This one I have a couple player issues with it, and it's decent, but it's not great. Um, Move on to Gold Coast, the original Gold Coast away. I think this is an A, and they should definitely be wearing it. Instead, I'm not a big fan of the white jumpers, but you can't quite see it on this photo. But it's got the wave design, and I'm a big fan of when Gold Coast had the black numbers. I just think it's a cool look. It's probably just a retro nostalgic view, but it's cool. Um, their second one, this is crap. I don't know why they have these chevron V things. It's just a crap jumper. And then the one they have, I think they still have it currently. The blue one, I'm put it as a C. It's don't, a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's cool. Or it's not. It's alright. It's alright. Okay, the original Giants with the small G. Put it here. Alright, we're back. Now we got the next Giants way jump they wore in the grand final. I think it's slightly better than that one, but not quite enough to put it in B. It's fine. It's different design. I do like the bigger G. Maybe I should put this one down here. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, Hawks. This is the poo and the Pierce design. It's not great. It's not taking any risks. It is better than the Power Rangers jumper, which is, yeah, I think that's better. The Power Rangers jumper is synonymous with just being one of the worst designs of all time. It's probably going to be worth a bit of money. So if you do see one, or if you know someone, tell them to keep it. It's going to be worth a bit of money in the future, I reckon. And if I see a player issue, I'll try and pick it up. But I don't think there'll be many cheap ones because people know the ugly designs are the ones that are worth quite a bit. This Hawks jumper, B, is going with the big animal design again. I like that type of design. I think it's better than this sort of weird looking hawk. That's spread eagle sort of position. The monogram, I think the monogram is good. I like the monogram. It's better than the Melbourne monogram. Is it? They're pretty much the same design. I just like the stripe here. It makes it a little bit better than the Melbourne monogram, which doesn't quite have the little details that the Hawks one does. Okay, I had a player issue one of these. This is a nice jumper, Melbourne away jumper. They don't have the one with the face on it. The one with the face, like when Jared Rivers won Rising Star, that's probably A tier, but it's not on here. This Melbourne away is fine. I do like the blue ones. It doesn't show up well in this picture, but it's nice. This Melbourne one's good, like when Jara took Mark of the Year. I do have one of these, but in the white version. It's a nice jumper. Just the big animal design again, very similar to this one, and This one here, yep, the Bounding Rude. This design is based on the '90s version. This one here isn't quite as good just because of the design of the manufacturer, but it's not as good as Nike, but it's still good. Argentina. So this was worn like in 2008, just after Argentina played in the World Cup. It's a unique design. It's not the greatest though. You don't really think of North with the light blue. The V, I think it works really well. The V works well for North. I don't know why. I just like it. Port. This is one of Port's best jumpers. I don't like to say it. Just after they won the grand final, I think that maybe they wore 2004, but I definitely remember 2005. I like that design. It's sort of got based on the prison bars. If you can see the lines down here, they're meant to be prison bars with the lightning. Some people don't like it. I really like it. The Port away jumper with the V, it's probably a C. It's alright. Now this is when Port had Planet Teal. I don't know if you guys know what Planet Teal is, but just kids would make designs and then send them into the club, and the club would pick one. And this is one of them, I believe. It's a really cool design. I like that as well. I'm not a huge fan of Port jumpers, obviously being Crows fan, but that's a cool one. This one's shithouse. Port with the grey. Like, why are they grey? Grey jumpers. Look at all these grey jumpers. They're shithouse. Richmond. This one's a C. It's a different design, but it's not Richmond's greatest. I like the Richmond ones with the pre-season with the Tigers on them, but obviously these are Clash, not pre-season. Maybe that's another video we can do. This one goes in D because they wore in the grand final against the Crows. This Saints candy stripe type design, because they wore the candy stripe in the Heritage round, and then they used that asset in their away jump in like 2004. And then this is sort of a copy of that. I think it's okay just to see. This one is the based on the '90s pre-season. It's not quite as good, but I do like it. Just the white Saints. It's alright, but it's just another white jumper. Okay, so this is the Pura Milk St Kilda jumper. Very rare. They're probably worth 400 just for a retail, maybe. If you have a match worn one, it could be worth heaps. I like it because it's so unique. The yellow doesn't go with St Kilda, but I just like the uniqueness, and that design is slightly better than this design here. Alright, Sydney with the white back. Not very different. It's just only got the white back instead of the red. Okay, so this one here is what we call the ochre jumper, and I've got a couple of them. I got two last year, both $200 each. I sold one for $450, and the other one's probably worth $500. So if you sub, I will show you my jumper collection when I get to 100 subs. This is an A tier, one of the best jumpers of all time. A lot of people hate it and they put a D. I think it's so unique, it's so different. It's actually really good when you see it in person. This photo probably doesn't do it justice. It doesn't fit with West Coast colour scheme, but it's such a good jumper. So this was West Coast away jumper when they were winning, or when they won the flag. It's a B jumper. It should have been their home jumper. It's so good. It's just what you think of when I think of West Coast Judd, Cousins, Kerr, Cox. I think of this jumper. The away variant, the modern one, I think it's a B. I do like the predominant yellow jumpers more than the royal blue ones. And the last one, I'll put it back up here. It's a big bird. I like those designs. Yeah, so let me know how it went. I think that's pretty accurate in my opinion. But let me know. You guys might put this one up here if you're a Richmond fan, but it's just going down there for me. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Cardman for making this video, and cheers.